person.
Yep.
So thank you everyone for coming. Jeremy is the vice president of the Greater Piedmont Association of Realtists. We also have in our as well Sahad Washington. She is a lender as well, and she is our local YRD affiliate. So I don't know if she's the president. Are you the president?
I am the Young Realtist Division president for Charlotte.
Yay! And Charlotte, YRD Charlotte covers this area. So we are pleased to have you both be a part of our orientation today. And I will hand it over to Jeremy, who is our vice president. So thank you guys. Thank you both.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna try to share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, great. Again, thank you guys for coming into the call today. We haven't had an orientation yet, and we are definitely going to move our way through it. We're going to hit on a couple of different topics. So some of the agenda today will be, of course, the introduction. What is NAREB? Getting to know the organization, some of the benefits that you may have of being a part of this organization. Some of the requirements and eligibility, code of ethics and professional standards, member services, networking and community building, and a few other things. And then we'll also have a little Q&A at the end in the event that you guys have some questions and so forth. So it'll, of course, be myself. Sahad's going to jump in, and my tag team partner on a lot of this stuff. And then Joetta, I think, may chime in just a tad as well if we have any questions or anything that we may not be able to answer. So I think I just did the introduction. The purpose of this is to honestly just get familiar with what the organization is that you became a part of. 1 second, I'm trying to pull up one other thing right quick. But to give a background with NAREB and basically what you are getting into. So NAREB is an organization that started a long time ago, back honestly, I want to, and I had it pulled up. 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still looking for one other piece of information that I need.
1947, I think.
I was going to say 47. I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, Joey, I'm looking for that brochure.
Yes, I can resend it to you.
Okay.
Feel free to tag team if you want me to take it.
Oh yeah, take it.
All
if
right.
you got it. I'm sorry.
So NAREB was established in 1947, composed of 11 men and 1 woman. Prior to 1947, if you were a real estate practitioner or a real estate agent, you were not allowed to be affiliated or associated with the National Association of Realtors if you were Black or if you were a woman. So NAREB was established for the need for Black real estate practitioners to practice real estate, represent, and to advocate. So that came together in 1947 in Tampa, Florida. From there, the internal network of NAREB was created. So what we look at today as your MLS systems and different processes that we use electronically, that network, this was all created organically by this group so that Black real estate practitioners had a way to network, connect, and do business when they were excluded from NAR. So thus the importance of NAREB. All of us are here today in our respective roles, practicing proudly, because before that we were not able to. So NAREB historically is the foundation for Black real estate practitioners, allowing a way for us to do business. Now, from there, NAREB has been essential in participating and actively passing things like the Fair Housing Act. The focus is on democracy and housing, and there's a lot of history around it, and I can provide the links later if anyone would like to watch the videos. The Mission of NAREB is democracy and housing. The core values currently is that we operate off of 5 pillars. That's women investing in real estate. That is our, and I'll give you the 5.
Space-based and civic engagement, women initiative, diversity and inclusion / small business, and multi-generational wealth building.
Yes.
What are 5 for those? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you.
No, you're fine.
You go. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I know you were. I thought you were.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Okay.
Keep going.
One of the things I did want to hit on is, I mean, we call ourselves a realtist. So a lot of people may ask what actually is a realtist, right? So basically, it represents all professional disciplines within the real estate industry. They promote the highest standards and professional integrity and follow strict codes of the real estate industry and ethics. We have a special charge to take a certain, have a special charge to make certain that communities of color are treated with dignity and respect. And I think Sahad kind of hit on that a little bit when we were talking about what NAREB was in general, and what they kind of went through in order to get where we are today. So basically what we do are the pillars that she just spoke on. I'm sorry. Did you talk about our mission a little bit, Sahad?
Yeah, I touched on it briefly, but the mission statement, the purpose of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers is to enhance professional and business conditions of NAREB Realtist by strengthening members, by strengthening consumer capacity of Black, minority, and emerging target market segments that Realtists serve. So wherever we are as a community, the focus is on supporting us there. And then promoting the real estate industry in general, utilizing economic, political, legal, social leverage to remediate any disparate or discriminatory treatment in our community or for those that we serve.
Gotcha. Yeah. We also have some affiliates that kind of give a breakdown within NAREB too that I kind of wanted to touch on, just to kind of at least let you guys know what they were. So we do have a commercial and industrial division, CID for short, home buyers counseling, of course, which we've talked about and kind of hovered on in various meetings and so forth. NAREB investment division, NID, National Society of Real Estate Appraisers. We have a Real Estate Management Brokers Institute. We have NAREB sales division, the United Developers Council, Women's Council of NAREB. I think we got the president on. You are YRD president, correct?
For Charlotte.
Our
national president is Rashida Jones.
Young Realtors Division, or YRD for short, and then NAREB's Contractor Division. So there's several different pivotal points into NAREB to kind of make this thing a whole, as far as coming together and coming for the greater good of what we exactly want to accomplish within the organization. Do you want to talk a bit about the benefits?
Sure. So NAREB and I just want to get this out here. NAREB is the umbrella that we all sit under. There are local chapters all across the country that operate autonomously, but we are all under the national umbrella of NAREB. All of our affiliates are under the national umbrella of NAREB, but operate autonomously, and their local chapters operate autonomously under their national leadership. So as a member of NAREB, you have access to all of the affiliates. You have access to being able to attend the national conference, and more importantly, the resources that are within NAREB. So what I can speak to is the networking opportunities. When we are in our local markets, all we see is each other locally, and sometimes it's hard to see the big picture of NAREB and all it has to offer. But at those national conferences where you meet everyone from across the country, that is a networking opportunity as well, especially here for us in the Carolinas, where everyone is moving here. It is a benefit for you to know as many real estate agents and real estate practitioners across the country, because the Carolinas is a hot spot where we get to do business every day. The professional development within NAREB is unmatched as a Black real estate professional, because at these conferences, whose meeting is not just your top performing Black brokerages and business entities from across the country, you also have your banks, your independent mortgage banks, your lenders, your brokers that show up to do business and to partner with the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. So if you're looking for the leaders and the decision makers in the space of diversity and inclusion, or just overall for diverse segments, they're going to be at a National Association of Real Estate Brokers conference. So those are opportunities for you to connect with those at the top that are leading the charge in the support of Black home ownership. And every company has initiatives to try and close the wealth gap and the equity gap. So there is an opportunity for professional development. You may be looking for a job. You may be looking to change brokerages. You may be looking to start your own brokerages and need to be under a bigger umbrella. You're going to meet those that have like interests with you at these conventions and through this network. And then as far as advocacy and support, the affiliate divisions within NAREB, like the appraisers, and then NID, which is the NAREB investment division. NID holds their own housing counseling, their own HUD certified housing counseling that is ran and operated by NAREB. This is HUD approved. So if anybody has worked with clients that require housing counseling, one of the first requirements to get these grants and these programs are you have to have HUD approved housing counseling. Did you know that NAREB operates its own HUD approved housing counseling agency and has different chapters across the country? We could have one here in the Carolinas, should we so decide. And that's a process through one of our affiliates. Our appraisers division, for appraisal bias, and you have cases that go up the ladder. Sometimes a lender, if Jeremy and myself are the only ones advocating, right? Who do you go to for support if you see something that needs to be addressed or it's an ongoing issue? You have a whole division within NAREB that's filled with attorneys and appraisers to help us with those challenges that we may be facing within our community. Women's Council, I always joke that Women's Council is part of the backbone of NAREB, but did you know that the Women's Council has their own down payment assistance program built and operated through NAREB? A lot of people don't even know this information through the affiliates. The Young Realtist division, our role is to introduce people to NAREB, to bring them into the organization, and we're always going to be the warmest welcome to get you involved until you find your place. So you have to look at NAREB bigger than the local chapter. The benefits of membership are far beyond just here in the Carolinas. It's the whole country, and it's like a family, but you have to utilize it the same way that we have to utilize it in our day-to-day business. You got to build relationships across the country, because it's one phone call from a realtist. Hey, my people are moving from California. Sahad, do you have a realtist in your area? I absolutely do. Let me introduce you to them. This is a referral network that you're not going to get anywhere else, because this is a place where we are celebrated and not tolerated. We're proudly Black and pro-Black here. This is our network. So use it for everything that it's worth, because everything that you need, you're going to find within NAREB. So Jeremy, I'm going to let you move on, but I'm just so passionate.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm so passionate about what it has done for my career and for my business, that I would be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to let everybody else know how powerful this network is if you decide to participate and use it.
You hit on one last thing, and I was going to talk about the NAREB advantage, but you kind of talked about it a good bit anyway, as far as just having so many different sectors kind of come together for the greater good, as far as the appraisers, the developers, financial services, us as lenders, and then real estate agents, of course, all working together. We are in, I think, 33 states right now. There are 101 chapters total, if I'm not mistaken. And so, of course, it's just trying to grow and develop into something better. The membership requirements and eligibility. Joetta, you want to touch on that a little bit, or do you mind? I don't know if you're on still. She might be on, but
no, I'm still on. Sure, I don't mind touching on that. Okay. We what we do is you can submit your application It is on our website at gpscrealtist.org, and I will put that in the chat. As a matter of fact, when we send out the link for the history for you to review, I will also send the link out for the website. So we'll have a sheet that Jeremy and Sahad can send. But there is if you don't mind, I can share that if you want to,
Yeah.
if you give me the rights to share the screen,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Let's see.
Let's see here. So right under share screen, I should have it there, but we have different levels. So depending on who you are, if you are a broker, there is a membership level for that. If you are a salesperson, there is a membership level for that. And if you are an insurance agent, a lender, an affiliate in the field of real estate, as Sahad and Jeremy said, then you are able to join as well. We also have D9 membership as well as honorary members. So honorary members would include somebody like the mayor, someone who would be within our community, who we would want to have, who we would want to have involved as a member. So D9 members would come in as an affiliate member. So that way, let's say for instance, right now we're partnering with let's say Delta Sigma Theta or Phi Beta Sigma. If they decided that they wanted to, if they had a housing component and they wanted their that membership or committee chair to be a part of NAREB, they could also join as a member, and then they would then have that same NAREB application to fill out. So let's look at our specific site. Here you can, when you go to join at gpscrealtist.org, there is a membership application. It's very simple. So you would download the membership application, you would complete that, and you could bring that into the meeting, or you could mail that. The mailing address with a form of payment is on the application once you download it. The membership levels are, if you are a broker, everyone in North Carolina is considered a broker. So you would pay $225 in our chapter if you were a broker or a broker in charge in South Carolina. If you hold a title of associate broker, this fee would still apply to you. If you are a sales associate member and your broker in charge is not a member of NAREB, then you would then be a sales associate member. Now, this is a licensed real estate professional who holds a license under a BIC who's not a member of NAREB. If your broker in charge is a member of NAREB, then you would get a discount at $185, and you would be an allied associate member. An allied member is anyone else, individual associates, organizations, co-partnerships, and corporations engaged in business allied to real estate. So that would be an allied member. And that fee is $230. After that, after you fill out your application and you have you are actually voted into, there's an official voting process by the executive board to accept any members who apply. If you happen to pay online, and I've never found that we've not accepted someone, especially because in South Carolina and in North Carolina, there are background checks on everybody who has to be in the field of real estate. But we have not yet had somebody who did not qualify. However, everyone's application is reviewed and voted on by the executive council, or I mean, our local executive board. So, so just know that. All right. Anything else you need me to share, Jeremy? You're muted.
Sorry about that. All right, let me get pulled back up. Hmm. Okay, code of exits and well, I can't see any of that. Hold on, let me move the screen a little bit. Professional standards. I'm sorry. And the importance of ethics in real estate. I think we all know is even when we look at things like just everything going on the real estate side, from the settlements to anything else, as far as what we are dealing with and going through. There's a lot of resources here through NAREB that kind of specify and are very specific to what the ethics are, not only in real estate, but just doing some research and finding out what we are and are not able to do. And kind of the code of conduct and professional standards that we should obtain within our individual businesses, but not only that, but just in NAREB in general. Compliance and enforcement. So how do you want to talk about that a little bit?
So compliance and enforcement is just, it'll be based on each chapter's bylaws, but in a nutshell, if you're a real estate practitioner and your license lapsed, you haven't done your CE, or your license has been revoked, right? You're getting kicked out of NAREB because you have to be a licensed real estate practitioner to be a part of NAREB. It's standard. Think of it as any other organization or job. If you are not professionally conducting yourself appropriately, you're losing your license to practice business, then you can't sit with us until that is resolved. It's as simple as that. Now there are unique situations where a group may come together for other reasons. I very rarely have seen that happen, but it is common sense. If you're conducting yourself professionally, there should be no reason why this ever comes up for you.
There you go.
All right. Do I have the ability to share my screen?
You should.
Okay. Now I just have to figure out how to share my screen.
There's tab. You see that tab at that green share screen tab?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Aha. Okay. Can y'all see it?
No, you know why? Because I'm probably sharing. Hold on, let me stop. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Can everyone see the NAREB screen? Or are you looking at a rate screen?
It's a NAREB convention screen.
NAREB convention. Okay. So I just want to share with you, I might be jumping off topic, but I want to go over the core things that you get out of NAREB. So twice a year we have a convention, and then 2 times a year we have other events. So the most recent convention that's coming up is going to be our 2024 national convention in New Orleans. It changes each city each year. So this year it's going to be in New Orleans. It's approximately a week long. Everybody doesn't go from the 30th to the 4th or the 5th. You might have people coming in and out, but this is where the entire NAREB comes together to celebrate, to be educated, to fellowship, is during the national conventions. So you will have a national convention and then a midwinter. The midwinter convention that just passed in February was in Charlotte. So not sure if anyone got to attend, but Charlotte was midwinter. Now a national convention is going to be in New Orleans. These trips, this is where you get to experience the full value. To get the full NAREB experience is going to be at a convention. In November, can everybody see this? This 2023 State of Housing in Black America?
Yes.
Okay. So in November, there's another conference called SHIBA. SHIBA. Every year, the National Association of Real Estate Brokers puts out this report, State of Housing in Black America, and it's actually put together by James Carr, who is an economist. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting him, but this report goes out based on the HMDA data, based on closed loan transactions, based on what's happening specific in industry that impacts Black America. This is a separate conference. So if you miss the national conference, SHIBA this year for 2024 will be in Atlanta. That's a drivable trip. It's 3 days. You should consider coming. It's like another mini conference. Building Black Wealth Tour, we know that you participated in. NAREB Top 100 event. And I just want to see if I can open this because I just want to show you. I'm so excited to just show you how many things that NAREB has to offer. So Top 100. So often when we are critiqued and judged on our performance as real estate practitioners, we are being compared to our counterparts that don't look like us, that don't serve our community base. And we know that the work that we do can sometimes be so much more difficult to do as Black real estate professionals, as serving the Black community, who is the most underserved community and underrepresented. We're doing the job that is most needed. The NAREB Top 100 is an opportunity for brokerages, lenders, everyone that touches real estate as a Black real estate practitioner to be recognized on a national platform. So it is a whole event that occurs at the national conference. I just want to share it with you. Here are the categories. Top 50 individuals, $3 million of production or 20 units. I'm sure that there are a lot of us that if you're a real estate agent who has done at least 3 million in production or 20 units in the year. And if you have not, now is the year to change that, work this network so that you can get over this production so that you can qualify. If you're on a team, $7 million in production or 32 units as a team. Top brokerages. There's all these different categories, opportunities for us to be recognized within our network. Commercial, loan officers, community impact, Realtist Choice Award. I received a loan officer award last year. I've got a nice a plaque that goes with it and a sculpture, like a sculpture trophy. But the production limits that are on these things, they're realistic for the community base that we serve. But this is something where we are celebrated and not tolerated. And then there's all types of parties and things like that happen during the national convention. I just want to share, Dougie Fresh is performing this year. Rate is sponsoring. But I just want to show you all of the things that are provided to you through this network. You have speakers coming. And I don't want to take, Jeremy, stop me at any point, but for those that are here, I just want to share how many things you have access to. There's a tour happening. The Own It Tour, this is Black developers, Black development project in New Orleans. You're going to tour that area. Master P will be there. The Wire Conference. All of these things are included in your ticket when you attend nationals. All of this stuff. There's performances. Shantae Moore, Music Soul Child's on here too. Yep, he's performing. But I share all that with you to try to show you that NAREB has so much more to offer than what we just see on our day-to-day when we're serving our communities and we're conducting business in our local market. The value of NAREB extends across the whole country, but you got to tap in. You have to invest in yourself. You have to be there with others that are doing business at a high level so that we can all level up together. So that's what I have to say about what we have.
You covered like the last 3 sides in that 15 minutes.
Okay, good. I'm glad I covered it all.
No, I mean, a lot of it was just kind of the role in the organizational advocacy. I cannot talk today. I'm sorry, y'all. Advocacy. I still can't say it. Anyways, y'all know what I mean. Key legislative issues, grassroots engagement and member involvement are the kind of, but again, so you kind of hit on quite a few of those. The only other thing I was going to actually say or mention is even from a smaller perspective as far as getting into the community as well. Things that we've done, for example, like habitat and those issues and those things that we've done to help those clients in need, as well as some of the things that NAREB is a part of and what brings some good volunteer work to the organization as well. But yeah, honestly, you hit a lot of them. The next one would have been professional development and training. So the courses that we have to talk about, like you said, your continued education. And again, so you kind of hit a little bit of all that too. So honestly speaking,
Hey, Jeremy?
Yeah.
I can't, oh Lord, I'm sorry. I can't see your or
Oh, my screen.
slide.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but while we're doing that, Janika, did you want, we have our attendance link that I'm gonna put in the chat for her. She sent that, so I'm gonna make
Okay.
sure you guys have that just before the end of the event, if you can fill that out for us.
Gotcha.
What we do have some amazing educational opportunities. One is if you wanted to be in development, they actually have UDC, which is the United Developers Academy, and NAREB both have opportunities for you to learn. Like they are graduating the first 50 people from the Developers Academy that Wells Fargo sponsored. So Wells Fargo gave them almost $500,000, or gave us, I should say, $500,000 to create a program, a national program, and our first 50 graduates are going to graduate at nationals. What they're going to do from that is they are going to now have over 500 people learning about how to develop in our specific communities. The other thing that UDC, that's another, I think it's like $50 a year to join the United Developers Council. And from there, you they actually have a developers initiative as well. So there's learning in each of these, and there are also monthly emails that you get each month that have different opportunities for you to talk to people that you probably wouldn't ever get the chance to talk to on a Zoom. Like you have people like the tiny house guy. I always say that in Atlanta, Booker T, he was able to answer questions for you right there. So you have access. The thing that I love about NAREB is the access. And those are some amazing different learning opportunities that you have. So I'm going to turn it back over now that he's pulled up the training and certification programs. And some advancement opportunities for you would be opening up specific things like an NID program here. There's so many opportunities there. So, all right. I think Jeremy, if you want to take it back over.
Yep. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, so we hit a lot in a short amount of time. I know it was loaded. And I actually found myself kind of honestly listening to Sahai because I know she's kind of passionate about what she does in this program in general. So I do appreciate you kind of chiming in and looking at those things. I do want to ask if there's any questions or anything like that for clarification or just any Q&A question, honestly. Nope. Okay. Any concerns, thoughts, words?
Thank you all for sharing. I think this is very worthwhile because there is so much out there that we don't know. So it's important to go to the website, take a look, play around, and to have these conversations. So thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, that website is honestly just it's the Bible of it. It has a lot of information in it, a lot of links for a lot of different resources. So absolutely. Thank you, Sabrina.
You're welcome.
If that's it. So you got any final words?
No, I hope that everyone who's if you're not able to attend New Orleans, that you would consider attending Sheba when it comes up in November. And I hope, of course, midwinter, I look forward to seeing everybody at a conference, because all it takes is one conference and you'll never have to question if you're returning to NAREB. And think about what you pay. I would say, think about what you pay in your real estate agent dues to NAR. What has it given you? With what you're paying with your real estate dues and other organizations that you subscribe to, what value has it added to your career? What has it offered you to help you develop and build your referral sources? And if you have a hard time thinking of what you're actually get out of paying those new dues, for less than $250, you can have access to all of this in NAREB.
That's it.
Now, to finish what she's saying, if you are interested in going to New Orleans, the deadline to attend is tonight at midnight. So you have until tonight at midnight to sign up to go to New Orleans. Some of us on the call, I think, or on the Zoom are able to or are going. So that's amazing. They had over 243 new people who have never actually attended a NAREB conference. So the word is out about NAREB. The other thing that I wanted to share too is we also have local programs which we participated in, which is Realtist Week. We also have a opportunity in November that we're going to be partnering with the NFL alumni, as well as our local board, and with one of our annual sponsors, which is Guaranteed Rate. We're going to be hosting a program in November here locally. So look forward to that. And so there are local programs, there are regional programs that we have. So in the spring, always mark your calendar for Realtist Week, our regional conference, and then you have our national conferences as well, as Sahad stated. So we have educational opportunities not only on the local level, we have networking opportunities on the local level, as well as regional and national. So I want to thank you all for coming, and I will let you turn it back over to Jeremy to close us out. And thank you, Sahad, so much, and Jeremy both. I know we can't necessarily do hand claps on here, but you both were very phenomenal. Thank you so much for your help. All right, Jeremy.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, that basically wraps it up, guys. So we just thank you guys again for attending the orientation. As always, you know, if you have any questions or anything like that, we have the links provided, but we also have our information if you have any other questions, and just bring some other people along too. If you know someone who's interested in getting into it, definitely have them at least sign up for some info sessions or whenever we meet, so that they can come apart and see what the value is that they get coming through NAREB too. So that's it on my end. So how, anything else? You good?
No.
All right. Joanna, we got anything else other than the orientation? Or are we set?
We're set. We have our because this is a recording that we're going to share with the other members of our group. I think this concludes.
Cool.
Thank you so
Sounds
much.
good. It's
Thank
12:44. Do we have to say the time too? It's 12:44. We're
I
adjourning.
know, Bonnie, we're gonna make sure we have our compliance, okay?
All right, guys. We'll
No,
give you
we're
some time
good.
back.
Yeah, no,
Have
we're
a great
good.
weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.